Health Awareness Week. A lot of topics going on, even topics when I'm out and about. So I hope that this is a big help to our community, a way to bring a little light on a subject that sometimes may not ever get talked about. And so Tammy Dalton is here from Advantage. And Tammy, you brought a lineup today.
I did.
There are people here
I
today
did.
that I never thought I could. I mean, this is heavy hitters today.
Heavy
So
hitters, and we
yes.
have a call in too. We have a
There's a
call in.
call in.
Yes, she's going to join us.
All right. And right now, we will go straight to the phone lines as if we know who is there. Tammy, can you introduce the caller that is calling in right now?
Of course, we have Miss Angela Warren, who's been with Advantage for several years now. Angela has a wonderful testimony of her journey, and she is willing to join us today and share some of that and share how she's giving back with a career.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
with a career with Advantage. So we so appreciate Angela. So welcome this morning, Miss Angela.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Angela, thank you for calling in and thank you for being a part of this week and thank you for sharing today.
I love to share my story, and I even feel great about every time I'm able to tell people how they can get help. Also,
And
it's really.
can you tell us a little bit about your story?
I had a lot of depression, probably throughout my life, and it really became intense when I became an adult. And I had a period of time where things were going really well. I was seeing a psychiatrist occasionally. And then after I had kids and had some marital issues, I had a significant decrease in my mood and I became significantly depressed. I had three young children at the time. I was working at Advantage then as a case manager, and just I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't. I was afraid to tell people how depressed I was. I had people depending on me. It was just a very scary situation, and I found myself being so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. I could hear people saying get out of bed, and my mind wanted me to get out of bed, but my legs just could not move. It's a very paralyzing feeling. And I was able to get help. Um, some friends actually helped me get some help, and I was able to have some not perfect years, but over the years I was able to learn some different things with help from some great professionals. And that was a combination for me of learning just different things about myself. I had to learn what I liked and not base my life on what I was responsible for. And it was just an incredible journey that I really um, feel like I connect to a lot of people who are afraid or ashamed to talk about their experiences that are going on, but they can get help, and help is out there, and there's so many willing people who are there to help. And what I found in my life, there were people all around me that I never thought would be a supporter for me, that would be someone I could go to and talk about things. And it turned out they were all around, and they helped me get through it, and they helped me find the combination that I needed.
Wow. Well, now do you work for Advantage now? Are you currently working for
I
Advantage? Okay,
do.
wow. And I just want to say, so many times, that's the hidden agenda that folks, you may feel like you can't say something or you can't, like, hey, I'm dealing with something. Or if you're, you know, and had you worked for Advantage prior to I think you said you did,
I
you
did. I
know.
started at Advantage in 1999, so it's been 24 years. And I found
You
myself,
you
this
only
is about,
you only sound 24 on the radio. I'm just saying.
that is
Just saying.
absolutely right.
That's it.
Absolutely right.
It.
So I had the job at Advantage, and when I hit the significant issues I was having, I was terrified I was going to lose my job.
Mm,
How could
wow.
I be this person who
Wow.
was so significantly depressed that I couldn't get out of bed and help other people? And what I have found, I love what I do now. I've done a couple of different jobs with Advantage. Right now, I'm at the Behavioral Health Crisis Center, which is our 24-hour walk-in center. where anyone can come in if they feel like they're in a crisis. It's for adults, so the only requirement is over age 18. Um, and we can do assessments and help people kind of figure out what's going on. Do they need to go somewhere for a few days to get started with some intense treatment, or do they need to be linked to outpatient services and see a counselor? So that's the starting point. And then the other parts of the BHCC are some inpatient beds that we have for short stay for people who just need that stabilization for that crisis
Now, is this
and
in
during that
Athens or
time.
Elberton? Athens?
It, it is in
Athens.
Athens. We
Okay.
do serve the Elberton area. We serve the entire area that and beyond of what Advantage serves. 'Cause Elberton um, actually is a population that we do get a lot of people coming in from.
Wow. Well, thank you for what you do, and thank you for your courage, and you're a hero in a way because what you said about how can I let somebody know, you know, like, and you were in that job, and I think that's incredible to be able to finally share. But I wonder how many people carry that weight. That's a lot of weight to carry, So and so thank you for sharing, and like Tammy, I think this is good for people to hear. I mean, and people to talk about and say, hey,
Well,
you
the
know,
key here is mental illness does not discriminate.
yeah,
It does not discriminate even within our own walls with our employees. Our employees are human beings just like everyone else.
yeah,
And we face issues at times as well. And so, like I said, it does not discriminate. So it's beautiful to hear Angela's story because it shows even one of our own how debilitating it can be, how crippling it can be. She said her legs couldn't get up,
wow,
you know, and for her to share that and know that even in a setting of behavioral health and care, it can still happen to us, and those fears and anxiety come upon us. It helps connect to the real world out there.
right,
But there is help. Angela received help, although she was a little, hesitant to ask, a little afraid of her job. What the people at Vantage did was embraced her
yes,
and met her where
where
she
she
was
was, yeah,
without judgment and
Absolutely.
wow,
helped her be the best she can do. Angela thrives at Advantage today. So she's just the perfect example of what we would do for anyone in our community is to meet them where they are without judgment and help them be the best they can be. And Angela works at the Behavioral Crisis Center, which really comprises of three levels of care. We have a crisis walk-in center there, a temporary observation unit, and the crisis stabilization unit. The BHCC is actually the preferred mental health and substance abuse crisis treatment alternative to an emergency department or traditional regional care at hospitals, local, private, and state hospitals, in the inpatient units. We offer these services in a timely manner, and our goal here is to divert admission to a crisis stabilization, a psychiatric hospital when clinically appropriate to do so. Our BHCC programs operate 24/7 a day. This is the thing, it's not a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 issue, it's a 24-hour issue. And we have our behavioral health, or BHCC as we call it. We have that there to help, and staff there includes a prescriber, nurses, clinicians, technicians, certified peer specialists, and operational staff there 24/7. In addition to that, we talked about yesterday, and I want to mention this every day, there is also the 988 24/7 crisis hotline. Very easy to remember. Instead of 911,
988,
then it's 988 for behavioral crisis. So if we can connect that, empower our community with this information, if you ever face a crisis, you have a tool of 988, if nothing else, who can actually connect to Advantage if need be. But that team at 988 can even go out into the community to do a crisis evaluation with certified behavioral. And so, we have this here because it offers our clients and their families the distinct advantage of being supported during a crisis. With these professionals here at Advantage, we believe services offered in the community are more beneficial for the client and the client's family, and they can be more involved in their care where there's greater continuity for face to face. And so that may prevent someone from having to go 2 hours to a
Wow.
state,
Yeah.
facility. We are considered the safety net, a safety net for Georgia. So Advantage does not turn people away due to inability to pay when they're in crisis. And we have someone here that has um, very important to Elbert County, Chuck Allman,
Yes.
and he has some experience, just a little bit,
Well, look,
and we'd like for him to share.
and as we do that, we definitely want to get the address for the Athens location for folks,
It is
to
240 Mitchell Bridge Road, and we call that the Advantage Pavilion. But again, that's 240 Mitchell Bridge Road, Athens, Georgia.
Awesome. Thank you. And now I'm going to throw my mic to Chuck Allman, who does so much for emergency services in our town, and I know that mental health becomes a big part of what they do as well. So not only do they go for each and everything, they go when they're called, and they go quickly.
Good morning. I'd like to thank you all for the opportunity to be here to express our interest in taking care of mental health patients. And the mental health crisis and the issues sometimes lead to more medical emergencies or more need for medical care. So I think the two are related. And we do respond to calls for a patient who would be experiencing mental health or a mental health breakdown, or even the attempt of suicides. And we've seen suicides increase 30 or 40% over the last couple of years. Speaking directly to public safety, we see a lot of the law enforcement guys, after they retire, experience some anxiety, experience some of those thoughts of depression and the things that they go through. I'm speaking directly to Ms. Dalton's comment. We try not to take the patients who just need the intervention for mental health to the emergency room, because we don't want to overload the emergency room with a patient who a medical patient may need that bed space, if you will. So we've had opportunities in the last year or so to directly get a patient to the crisis center in Athens, and we do tell them that families that are experiencing problems, that they can call the 988 number and get a crisis response team member on the phone with them, and they can give some direction of what they should do, and maybe even come out to the scene if it's something where they feel like it's a safe time that they can make that evaluation over the phone. So there's many resources that people just don't take advantage of. Everybody seems to think they don't want to share that type of crisis. And for sure, I can tell you, there's nothing to be ashamed about. I've had a family member over the last several years experience a situation, and they got better, and they're doing good. And I'm not ashamed of that at all. I'm just proud that the process worked.
And the process works when a community comes together collaboratively, like yourself. You empower you and your staff with information. You come to the table, you work with us. The police department, Sheriff Marnich was here. When you get that community support and involvement, it's not about one entity or the other. We're all on the same page for the citizens of Elbert County, and that matters. When we all see that it's the citizens that matter, it's their well-being. Chuck, we don't want to lose another life in Elbert County to suicide, do we?
No, we don't.
That's a hard thing to face. I know as a professional, as a citizen, and an employee, it breaks my heart every time it happens, because I think if we can just hold a radiothon, if we can hold a walk, if we can hold some kind of event to bring about awareness into bring about openness of conversation that maybe that wouldn't happen. So, my heart is passionate about let's get involved and let's host things and awareness within our county to show people we really care about them and they do matter in this life and there is hope in their trials and tribulations of their journey of mental health. There's hope.
Yeah, I would just encourage that process for the community to always be open and willing to discuss issues of how we can open up those avenues for people to reach out to. And I would like to just say this: if there's anyone at any time experiencing any type of issues that they think that there's no help for them, just please reach out to our office. I mean, we're going to be confidential. We're going to be very discreet, but we do have numbers and contacts that we can refer you to, and it'll be kept confidential. But just don't think that you have to battle this by yourself, battle this in the dark. Um, just reach out to us, and we will definitely get you in the right direction. And we would hope that that support system would be a pathway for the help that they need.
That's right. That's good stuff. And if all else fails, remember 988 is confidential. It is also, national. So you wouldn't even know the people. They wouldn't even know you. But I guarantee you they're going to answer the phone and give you the help that you need. So with all these supports that we have, take an avenue of your choice if you face this crisis to benefit you and your well-being.
And I learned that this week, 988. I did not know about it, and I'm thinking a lot of other folks didn't know about it either. And in a time where those numbers, 20, 30%, and since 2020, the suicide rate, and just not knowing. But I want to say there's hope. Every day I want to say there's hope. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you think, no matter where, there is hope. Because not only if somebody makes a decision like that, it affects the family, the kids, the people, the residual outcome, and hurt and loss that you feel. And so, but there's always hope, and 988 is that number. So, like to be able to, like the hero that Angela is, and she went through something to be able to finally say, hey, I need help, and to find help among her peers in a way. I mean, too, but that was a tough journey for her to come through.
She didn't only survive, Stan, she thrives.
Oh, I love that.
She didn't
Oh my
just
gosh.
survive
Appreciate
it.
that, Tammy.
She thrives. She touches so many people with her lived experience. And I have watched Angela over the years. She's always the first one to come to the call for a live candle vigil when we was holding those. She would totally host the one in Jackson County for me. She's always the first and foremost to come to meet a need to share with other people because she'd been there and done that.
Wow.
People relate to that. When you've been there and done that and you can share your story, people relate to that because they feel like they're not alone in their journey. And none of us want to stand out alone.
Wow.
But we don't. 1 in 5. It touches 1 in 5. It's just a matter
That
of the
number,
conversation.
I thought about that yesterday. That one, I didn't mean to stop you, but 1 in 5, I thought about that yesterday, because that means in a house, or in a meeting, or in the people you're walking around, or people. 1 in 5. That's a tough number.
It's a large number.
It is, and to think like that. And Angela, I want to say, I don't know if I've ever met you, but I hope I do get to meet you one day, because I love to meet heroes, and you're a hero. So
I do not consider myself a hero.
Well-
I have a passion for this because I made a vow 20-something years ago when it first happened to me that I wanted to help people who felt just like I felt and to not feel that way, to do everything I could to help them feel better.
wow.
And you do
And
that
you
so
do a
well.
phenomenal job at it, Angela. This is Mary, by the way.
Hi, Mary.
We're bringing Mary in shortly after the commercial. I've known Mary my whole life, by the way. Well, not all, I don't know if my whole life, but almost my whole life. Yeah, most of our lives. Well, look, this is kind of right at that halfway point, and we're going to take a short commercial break because Angela, we have to do that in radio. It happens, the commercial when the news breaks.
Yes.
But we're going to take a short commercial break. But we're going to come back. And folks, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned because we have Mary Fernandez here with Advantage. We also have Alicia Poon with Elbert Partners for Health here. I don't know if I can say, but Alicia has ties to the radio station. I'll let her say if I can say that or not. Okay, her daughter is our afternoon. Like we call it the intern, but Audrey, Afternoons with Audrey is actually her daughter. So that's a tie-in right here to the station. And I've also known Alicia forever too. So I've known a long time. Yeah, I used to eat out of their refrigerator a lot.
Definitely.
If you wonder how this started, I'm just kidding. Hey, we're going to take a short break, but y'all stay tuned. This is really important, and it is Mental Health Awareness Week right here. And we'll be back with more right after this commercial break on 105.3 WSGC.
Hey, this is Kate at Hometown Butcher, located on 7127 Royston Highway, also known as the Gold Mine Community. We have a great selection of quality meat products, fresh quality meats cut your way every day at Hometown Butcher. Everything from ribeyes to fresh ground sausage. We also carry a variety of seafood, jellies, jams, and more. If you have a question or a special order, you can call us at 706-376-7828. That's 706-376-7828. Come on by and see us at Hometown Butcher, 7127 Royston Highway.
Ready to paint the walls of your home or give a new curb appeal to your property? Southern Hardware, located in Comer, Georgia, is your next stop for quality paint with Valspar paint. With color matching, you'll easily find the right color and look that you desire. Southern Hardware in Comer carries a full line of hardware, lawn and garden, pet supplies, plumbing and electrical, farm supplies, painting supplies, and yes, Valspar paint. Two great names, Valspar and Southern Hardware. Visit Southern Hardware, located at 650 Highway 72 West in Comer. Phone 706-783-5016.
This is Lynn Kellum. Thank you for coming into Southern Hardware in Comer, Georgia.
Matthews Granite is looking to hire. They are looking for a shaper. That's Matthews Granite looking for a shaper. Please apply in person at 1177 Ruckersville Road or call Todd Sharp at 412-789-9477. That's 412-789-9477. That's Matthews Granite looking to hire a shaper on their MGM location on Ruckersville Road.
Don't let the flu stop you. The flu shot is updated each year to match the types of flu expected to be most common. That's why it's important to get one every fall. Annual flu shots help protect you from getting seriously sick with flu and are recommended for everyone ages 6 months and older. Getting a flu shot in September or October helps keep you protected all through flu season. So get yours at your local health department today. To learn more, visit northeasthealthdistrict.org.
Have you been in an accident or fender bender? Is your vehicle in need of repair? Look no further than Black's Collision and Specialty Paint, located at 1510 Lexington Highway, Elberton's locally owned full-service collision and paint repair facility. Scott Black and his staff will have your vehicle looking like new, and you will be back on the road in no time. Black's Collision and Specialty Paint is an authorized repair facility and approved by all major insurance companies. Come see them today at Black's Collision and Specialty Paint, 1510 Lexington Highway, 1/2 mile past the Country Club Road on the left. Phone 706-988-4158 for Black's Collision and Specialty Paint. That number again, 706-988-4158.
Whether you're a Blue Devil in the Granite Bowl on Friday nights or a spectator in the stands, the best offense is a great defense. And when it comes to your legal needs, nobody will play shutdown, lights-out defense for you like Dial Jenkins. From personal injury to real estate, Steve, Jim, Chris, and the team bring decades of legal expertise to your defense. A local firm with an Atlanta presence, make the first call the right call. Dial Jenkins at 706-283-8240. Horns up and go Big Blue.
Now, your Granite Country forecast from the WSGC 24-hour Weather Center.
Sunshine for our Wednesday forecast, middle of the week, and we've got highs topping out in the low 80s. We'll be clear tonight, nice and cool, with lows back into the 50s. Tomorrow for Thursday, sunshine and a high of 81. A few high clouds roll in for Friday, but no rain. Highs will stay in the low 80s and a big cool down for the weekend. Saturday, sunshine and a high of 73. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
On air at FM 105.3 and online at WSGCradio.com. We're the Granite Capital's 105.3 WSGC.
And we are back. It is 9:34 in the Granite Capital, and here with more Community Spotlight this week. And right now, we want to say thanks to Chuck Allman, who came by from Elbert County Emergency Services, and Tammy Dalton. We've got two more very special guests here. Not only do we have Angela still with us via satellite, I'll just say it like that, she's via satellite. We have Mary Fernandez with Advantage, and also Alicia Poon with Partners for Elbert County Partners of Health, for Health. Is that right?
Yeah, people get that.
Can you tell me what it is?
It's for, but people get that preposition messed up all the time. Elbert Partners for Health.
Elbert Partners for Health.
Yeah.
That's so much better. That's so much better.
So I invited Alicia. She is a wonderful supporter of mental health awareness, Elbert Partners in Health as a whole, and I'll let her talk about what all of that encompasses for those that don't know. But I just so appreciate Alicia and her vision for Elbert County, the collaborative. And that's what I love about it, is bringing people to the table. And Alicia has taken on this mission with Elbert Partners for Health and brought people to the table in a way that is so beneficial to many of us in our field as we look. Last year I saw the collaboration come together greatly for mental health awareness with wristbands and the fair, the event we held at the exhibit at the fair. And that went so well. And over the next year, we've just grown a little bit greater. And we've been talking about building, we have a walk built in Madison County for October 22nd at the Madison County High School. But Alicia and Elbert Partners for Health and we have brought this to the table for Elbert Partners in Health to help us with seeds of a walk in May, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we would like to invite anybody that wants to come into the grassroots of planning a walk in Elbert County for mental health awareness. We have a few months, so we really want to, engage people, faith-based community, organizations. I envision tabling of information, faith-based community coming and putting their arms around it. Maybe they'll bring a bouncy house or a cotton candy machine or popcorn machine and offer the participants, a little treat. And then some relational support, in that mission. But all of us coming together, hoping that maybe the Anchors and the Pilot Club, because we've charged the Anchors this year internationally with mental health awareness as being their project. So if they can fit themselves into this in some way, that would be a great way to accomplish their mission as well. But we want to, invite the seed of thought here in planning this for May. And I want to turn it over to Alicia just a little bit for her to speak on Elbert Partners for Health.
Thank you, Tammy, for having me here today. I'm certainly no expert on mental health awareness, but our group came into existence in 2017. And as a result of an initiative that we received funding for through the help of the Elbert Memorial Hospital Foundation called the Two Georges Initiative. And we were tasked with identifying areas of priority areas that we need to work on to improve long-term health outcomes for Elbert County. Elbert County was like 139 out of 159 for health outcomes at the time. And so it was a pretty big focus to try to get that turned around. And as we were trying to determine our focus areas, we did a community survey. We were at the fair then too, and we just had, okay, we've got this money that's coming. How should we spend it? What are our biggest needs related to health? And we had of the several hundred people that we polled, almost 40% said mental health and substance abuse. And so we recognized at that point that it was an issue that the community recognized as an issue, and it wasn't just an us thing. And so we set to work, and we did kind of form a work group, is what we called it at the time, around mental health and substance abuse. So we have people involved from faith-based communities, from law enforcement, from the schools, from recovery centers, just other nonprofits that are interested in being part of the work. And so we put together a plan. At that point, it was much more substance abuse prevention, because the world of mental health is very complicated. It's a big challenge, and we were all kind of new, so we weren't quite ready to take it on in 2017. But over the course of the past 6 years, we have definitely become more engaged in trying to figure out how to expand our reach and to work on the problem. In fact, last year, could have been 2021, somewhere in that time, we reached out to the Georgia Rural Health Innovation Center in Macon at Mercer University to help them to get their assistance with a behavioral health needs assessment for the county. And it was at that we did a lot of interviews and surveys and focus groups among different groups in the community. And out of that, Mercer gave us several recommendations for ways that we could improve the mental health landscape in Elbert County. And so the number one thing that they suggested was a resource guide for our community that brought all the resources together in some kind of printable or online format so that people would have those resources at their fingertips. And so we have put that together with the help of a lot of our partners, people that we didn't even know were partners, came and said, hey, I know about this, and I know this place lists a lot of resources. And so we are happy to have that to offer the community. It is available at different places throughout Elbert County, the library. It's available at the medical center, the hospital. Law enforcement have copies of it. Advantage has copies of it. It's also available on our Facebook page, which is Elbert Partners for Health on Facebook. And so if anyone needs that, it's certainly available, and we want to make sure that people are aware of it, because it not only it lists a lot of local resources as well as those in Athens. It has treatment centers, both inpatient and outpatient, detox centers, even things related to homelessness and domestic abuse. All those things obviously tie into mental health. And so we are really proud to have that available for people here, and want people to be able to use that resource.
It was an excellent job leading that, Alicia, and I just feel so honored to be a part of this committee, watching them come to the table and building this resource, and just again collaborating at the table as to what we can do better. Each year we learn a little something more about each other, and more opportunities open, the doors open for us to, as a collaboration, do something in small or mighty ways. You just take it as it comes, and we build it together. But I will say one thing: the people that come to this table are very eager to put ourselves together, to put these things out there to help the people that we serve.
You talk about lived experience, and so many people in this group that meets have either personally been impacted by substance abuse, or someone that they know has been impacted, and so that gives them a great passion for the work that we do, and it inspires me. Right. And so that's my main reason I keep going and keep working on this, is because there's just such passion among the people at the table.
Well, I always say, when you see the 1 in 5 we talk about, if you have not experienced it in some way, either personally or a member of your family or a good friend or in your church or organization, just hold on, because it's probably coming. And sometimes people are cold and calloused to the thoughts about mental health. They don't want to talk about it. It's taboo. It doesn't affect me, so to speak. But the ones who it has affected are the ones who we see are very passionate about it and wanting to help the next one. They don't want them to go through it alone, and so often we get that. And you speak of the substance abuse and addictive disease side. So often it's a dual diagnosis, where mental health is at the center of the abuse that they do with the substance or the alcohol. And so getting, to a place to where they can own that and be able to address the mental health side of it will also often help with the addiction part as well. It's just a healing process. And we ask the community to have patience and empathy with our citizens who face this. Yeah.
Sometimes it may be tough for some people to show empathy, but that's what this week is about, to let them know that this is a real issue. It's a real issue at any point of the day, at any time of the day or night.
It is very real. And Stan, I personally had an experience. I work with 3, programs within Advantage. It's mental health, intellectual developmental disability, and alcohol and substance abuse. And of course, we have homelessness. And many years ago, you want to be genuine to what you do. You want to just be sincere when you're out promoting. And, this little voice says, well, this person, they didn't have to take that drink. They didn't have to take that drug. And, it was there. And I just kept asking for clarity. I just want to be genuine. I want to understand. And so, I was allowed a brief experience, about 4 hours. One day I was leaving out of my home and I doubled over in severe pain. It was so bad. And my husband says, well, we'll take you to the emergency room. And he got me in the car, and y'all, I was acting like a fool. The frontal lobe part just disconnected because of the pain. You don't even kind of know how you're acting. I remember flipping around in the car and putting my foot up on the ceiling, just trying to make the pain stop. And we get to the EMS, and he's like, well, I'm just going to pull in here. I don't think you're going to make it to the hospital. And so immediately they asked me a question or two. They're putting me on a gurney in the ambulance, and they're like, Miss Dalton, if you'll give us permission, we will administer some medication. We think we know what's wrong, and we can help you. And I'm like, please. And so by the time we got to the Chase Street exit to go to, at the time was Athens Regional, now Piedmont, I felt no pain at all. They had medicated me, and, by lunchtime, I had passed kidney stones. And if anybody's experienced that, it was worse than having a baby. It's the worst pain I've ever had in my life. But through that experience, it gave me my answer. It gave me the answer in that I was with my husband, who took me to the right people for the right help. Okay?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Had I been in a different place and someone came and offered me anything at all to relieve that pain, I have to stand here in all sincereness and tell you I would have taken it. I would have taken it to stop that pain. Wow. It hurts so bad. And so for people that don't understand that, understand the story here, because when you are in physical pain, there's times that you'll do anything to make that stop. But it's bigger than that, because the message also came to my mind, Tammy, there's people that are in emotional pain that is just as great as your physical pain was. And they just want it to simply stop. So they take the first thing that comes by them. And I came from a home that was very caring. I've never been trespassed or abused in any sort of way, and I'm so thankful for that. But I was allowed this window of time to experience that because I wanted to. I wanted my heart to be sincere about how I serve. And now I can be. I can be because I know that pain takes people to a different level. And maybe if we don't acknowledge that, maybe we should open our minds to try to acknowledge that and then try to help people along to get the help they need. Again, to find that source of that pain and try to heal that, and then it will heal other things as well. And that's just my small testimonial that I've lived, that I was allowed to be genuine to who I serve. And I serve greater because of that. And I'm so thankful that, I was given that point of understanding and that point of compassion for the least of these. Who are we to judge? we're not supposed to judge. We're supposed to help people.
I love a statement you've used this week, but come to the table as you are, meet people at the table where they are. And what you just said about that pain, and when you found that relief, and that's what people are looking for, and they may turn to substances as an answer, and of course that's not the answer. And not that there's a one answer for everybody, and sometimes there's chemical imbalances, and that has to be treated in different things. But I do want to take a moment to say, because it just so happens we rarely have a movie showing every night at the theater, but the movie The Blind is playing at the Albert Theater tonight at 7, and it's about a gentleman who did turn to alcohol and drugs and other things, but he turned his life around. He lived like that for about 10 years, and it's a story about that, and he turned his life around, and that's all I'll say about it. But it's a movie called The Blind. I watched it. I really liked it. It's not a car chase like type movie or anything like that, but it's got a serious message, and I encourage folks, if you're having a tough time, maybe watch that movie and see what happened to him, because that guy's life not only turned around, but generations after him are turning around because of the decisions he made to change. So, but we also have another guest here, and I want to say this. Look, this is like one of my favorite. When I saw that Mary McDougal is what I saw. Mary McDougal. Does anybody call you Mary McDougal? I mean, they haven't heard that in years.
People still call me
that. But Mary Fernandez, who married a really, really good friend of mine from back in the day, and I still see him, but not as often as we used to. But Danny Fernandez, and so Mary is here. And Mary, you've worked for Advantage for quite a while now.
I've been with Advantage for almost 23 years.
23 years.
I've been there a long time, yes.
Wow. How long has Crystal been there? Because y'all been best
She's
friends.
She's been there for 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
They've been best friends forever.
More than 30.
Yeah. and so you always saw them together in school, and then now you see them together at work. So
It works.
It works. It works. It doesn't. I'm technically her supervisor, and she said I've been trying to boss her around my whole life, so now I'm technically.
Oh, it's official?
Now it's official. Yeah.
I love it. Crystal was
but
on
everybody if everybody there knows that Crystal's the real boss. So.
Look, and Crystal has dated the same guy and married him. Married the same guy forever, but I thought that he was a full-grown man when he was like 15, 14.
Yeah, me too. First time I met him, I thought he was 20.
Yeah, Keith had a mustache that was like legit. But Mary, you have firsthand and see many things, but the importance of mental health awareness this week, letting people kind of know and just think about I like what Tammy said, having empathy and showing compassion, because if you're in pain, you want the solution. I mean, you
Absolutely.
want to be able to go see Dr. Poon at the medical center and thought I'd throw a little thumb. And find that relief that you can get. And sometimes this relief is not so easy, and people aren't talking about it. People,
they don't.
They hide it.
That's one of the things we educate on is the stigma of mental illness and mental health, and try to help empower our clients to be able to share that with their families and their communities, to be able to be able to advocate for themselves and to be able to be more open and honest with things. I am the program manager for our adult mental health day programs. We have 3 psychosocial rehab programs, one here in Elbert County, one in Clark County, and one in Walton County, and then we have one peer support program, which is in Clark County. And our programs are designed for folks who are living with severe and persistent mental illnesses, such as like schizophrenia, major depression, bipolar, those sorts of things. And because of their mental health or other reasons, sometimes they have lost some of the skills that they need to be able to be successful, to be able to be in the community. And so our programs are designed to help them develop those skills or get the skills back that they once had. I always use the analogy with my clients when they come in for intake, when I'm trying to develop the treatment plan with them to help them come up with goals sometimes when they're having a difficult time, is relating our psychosocial rehab to physical rehab. So if a ballerina breaks her leg and she goes to physical rehab, she doesn't want to just walk again. She wants to dance again.
Wow.
And so when someone comes in into our program, we don't want them to just live again. We want them to live the fullest life that they can with the goals that they want to have, with the resources that can help them do that. So we meet 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. So our clients are there a good bit of time. We kind of ask them to commit to 3 days a week, but some of them come 5. A good many of them come 5. It really depends on, what's going on with them. Some of them do have jobs, so, they'll work the other 2, or they volunteer, or they have family obligations. But I would say most of our clients, probably 90% of the people in our population, don't have a lot of support, do not have a lot of family support. They don't have a lot of, support. We are their family. We are the people that they, see on a daily basis and help them. So we're that safe space for them. And so, I have been here running the one here in Elbert County, in Elberton, for 18 years. So we have really come a long way. We've made a lot of changes over the years to try to make it, to better serve the clients. And so I really enjoy, I can say I wake up in the morning and love what I do.
Well,
Not many people can say that.
I want to ask this because you're helping a lot of folks and you're working at Advantage. If you got that granite countertop in that break room, we call it a break room.
It's kitchen area.
Kitchen area.
Where the clients actually learn skills of cooking.
Oh
Right.
wow,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a bigger need here.
It's not a staff.
Oh, I thought it was a place where you could get away. Y'all, let's get this granite countertop today.
No,
We need it. We need this.
We teach our groups consist of skills on communication skills, social skills, nutrition, education, mental health education.
Y'all, let's help
helping them
these
be.
folks get this.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so part of the nutrition is we teach them how, healthy recipes, how to prepare those. Like I said, some of our clients don't have a lot of family support, so even sometimes just the basic of learning how to start and stop a microwave. And that sounds like, simple, and, our clients are not always developmentally disabled. It's because they have so much going on with their mental health that the focus and the concentration is not always there.
Wow.
So, it's something that we can help them with so that they can be more independent, so they don't have to depend on group homes, personal care homes, things like that. They can be more independent, and that's kind of our goal, is to help them, like I said, help them dance again. That's the best way that I can describe it.
I love these sayings today. Not just walk, but dance. Not just survive, but thrive. I mean, man, these are great. Y'all are pumping me up.
It's real.
I mean,
It's real.
I may go weightlift today, and I don't even weight.
And I have to put in this disclaimer, Mary. I have had PhDs that burn popcorn in a microwave. So just saying.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean that doesn't happen. But some of the things. But we mainly is to teach that a lot of times, like we've discussed earlier, the physical health and mental health can go hand in hand. So a good many times our participants come in and they may have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or diabetes, or something. They don't know what is best for them. So we try to encourage and try to help them understand what's best to help them feel better. And sometimes that could make a huge difference in how they're feeling just overall. So it can help with the mood and that sort of thing. So there's just a lot of things we try to get out in the community as much as we can to teach them and show them how to actually use the skills in the community as well. So yeah, the need that Tammy's been advocating for us for this week, and she's been advocating for us for a long time, I will say, advocating here this week, is our building. We're in the old Madden's Pharmacy building, and when we moved in 18 years ago, we did that to what we needed, but it hasn't been updated since. So it needs a facelift really bad.
I'm pulling for somebody to step up. Yeah, I'm pulling.
We have had some very good sponsors, and I just want to share for the Discovery Center. Heart EMC generously gave a grant of $7,000 to help with materials for the flooring. What we've got to work on is to pay for the labor for the flooring to be installed, to buy paint and pay a painter to paint it. And so we've had some great sponsors in this: Hardy MC, Berry Funeral Home, Elberton First Baptist, Friends Helping Friends, Pinnacle Bank, Hicks Funeral Home, Deer Rose Baptist Church, and tremendous. But we're about right at $10,000 from being able to have all the funding we need to finish the projects at the Discovery Center and the paint at the mental health clinic as well. So this is where we ask for you all to generously give as a community, because it does take a community. You know, the state just doesn't cover everything that we need, and we appreciate what the state does, but they are not concerned about the enhancement of our building and how it looks. We are concerned that our individuals served come to a warm and inviting and respectable place, much like we would invite anyone in our family to. So you can donate if you'd wish. If you go
Tell us how to donate.
www.friendsofadvantage.org and just simply click the donate button, and you can pay through PayPal. It's that easy.
Folks, donate, and this is a big help. And Tammy, we are at that 10 o'clock hour, and so this hour, it passes so fast. I mean, it goes by really fast. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that came today. Chuck Allman from Emergency Services, Alicia Poon, Mary Fernandez, and of course, Tammy, thank you for what you're doing. And before we wrap up, anything before we wrap up this hour, but I just want to say thank you. And folks, it is Mental Health Awareness Week. That's what this is about. It is about bringing awareness and, making, I call it hero, because that's what I thought, but not just surviving, but thriving and fixing it. I mean, those kidney stones. I mean, you can fix them,
We can.
and that's right. And finding that right solution, finding that right thing. And so if you need help, seek help. If you let somebody know, don't keep it to yourself. And remember that there's always hope. And 988, remember it. Put a magnet on your refrigerator.
And if you feel it, process it.
Process. That was my word Monday. Process.
It.
I'm learning a lot this week. I really am. So 988, process. I'm getting it. I mean, but folks, thank y'all for what y'all do on a daily basis to help and to be a part of solutions, and to Alicia, who really does so much more. I mean, she's working for many different things to help in many different ways, and so it means a lot to our community.
Alicia just ties us all together.
She does.
And Stan, we couldn't be here today if you didn't welcome us at your door.
Yes,
so we would like to thank you, because without you, you allow us the voice in the community to help educate and bring about that awareness. So thank you.
Thank you. You're fixing to make me cry, but I will not do it on the air. I'll do it behind the scenes. Well, I tell you what, thank y'all, and folks, this wraps up another hour. We could continue, but we're out of time. But listen in tomorrow for Thursday, and we've got more guests coming in tomorrow for mental health awareness. Again, we'll post the link to donate on our Facebook page. And if you've got granite countertops, please let us know if you can help us. Get in touch with Tammy Dalton.
And I do want to share who we can expect tomorrow. Cam McClary.
I love Pastor Cam.
Amanda Hicks from Hicks Funeral Home.
Yes, love Amanda.
Miss Lauren Dye of
Lauren's going to be here.
Corporate
How did you pull that off?
Oh,
Okay.
I just asked. She's at the table of Partners for Help.
Yes.
Then we have Suzanne Sanders from the Elberton Clinic. We have a special treat of Mr. Greg Trevor.
Okay.
He is a survivor of the 911 explosion.
Oh, wow.
He survived
From New
that
York?
From New York.
Oh, wow.
He is now at UGA working.
Yes.
And he is going to share his experience
Wow.
and how that affected his mental well-being.
Oh, my word.
So tomorrow
Wow.
you're going to want to tune in and hear Greg Trevor. He's going to call in like Angela did.
Yes.
And so
thanks to Angela.
Yes,
I want to meet her one day.
Yes.
I mean,
but I want everybody to be aware of that, so you can plan your day to be with us at 9 o'clock in the morning at WSGC.
Awesome. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you, Angela, for joining us via satellite. And are you still there, Angela?
I am.
Oh,
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time out today for this and for Mental Health Awareness Week. So, hey, thank you all. We're going to take a short break. We've got to look at national news and, of course, your top of the hour weather. And stay tuned. More country favorites are on the way. We had a request for Alan Jackson and Conway Twitty. So, yes, we're going to have those songs coming up for you right after this break. You're tuned to 105.3 WSGC.
The only station you can hear classic country along with new modern country at the same time, so you get the best of both worlds.
105.3 WSGC Tignal, Elberton.
Ain't no doubt in my mind, country must be country wide.